Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 1990's Represent. We're finishing up our fifth cycle in 1992 with a video game. In this episode, we're talking about X-Men, the arcade game by Konami. Just another one of Konami's great beat-em-ups. Followed, like we just recently did the episode about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. They followed that up with this just incredible X-Men game. And like I said in the Ninja Turtles video, Konami just in the very late 80s and early 90s was just absolutely crushing it as far as their beat 'em ups go. So 1989 we had the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. Don't think they did anything in 1990, but in 1991 they came out with two. They came out with, or was it three actually? They came out with The Simpsons, which we haven't covered yet. They came out with Sunset Riders, which we've covered, as well as Turtles in Time, and then a year after that, followed it up with X-Men. So so what do we have? In the 90s alone, up to 1992, we had The Simpsons, we had Sunset Riders, Turtles in Time, and X-Men. So we have four just classic arcade beat 'em up games. I think The Simpsons is probably the most difficult out of those four. X-Men and Turtles in Time feel like the difficulty is a little more balanced, and it doesn't feel like it's as like just this arcade game didn't feel like it gobbled quarters the way The Simpsons did. I think I maybe mentioned it in the Ninja Turtles video that I was never able to beat The Simpsons in the arcade with just quarters because I'd always run out because the game was insanely difficult. Turtles in Time in this one and X-Men feel like the gameplay feels a little bit more fair. But aside from that, we have some notes here. We're going to get through those notes, and then of course, like we do, we'll get the gameplay as well. So we just pop the notebook open here. So we have X-Men the arcade game. Couldn't find an exact release date for it, but just March 1992 in the U.S. I think it came out in Japan, even though it's a Japanese-developed game. It came out a couple months later. And as you can see right over, I always do a finger point wrong because it flips it around. This poster, I just feel that the Japanese poster for the game, the arcade flyer, is just more iconic. I think the American one is kind of cheesy looking, so I ended up going with the Japanese poster for this video. But like we said, just another iconic Capcom beat 'em up. This game was released three different ways, so three different cabinet sizes. So you had a two-player version of the cabinet, you had a four-player version, and then you had the massive six-player version. The six-player version I remember only seeing maybe like once or twice in the arcades, and they were all at kind of like arcades in like amusement parks. I think the one I ran into more often was the four-player version, even though usually when I would play it, it would just be a friend and I. We would be on the four-player cabinet doing playing with two players. But again, released with a two-player version of the cabinet, four or six players. I don't think, like with Turtles in Time, that this one was linked. Each control unit wasn't linked to a certain character. So I think when you put your quarters in, you basically just choose your character, and when you continue, you can choose a different character if you want to, or the same one, depending on who you're playing as. So it goes up to six players. Took a very long time for this game to get ported to any other platforms. I think in 2010 it got ported to the 360 and the PlayStation 3. So 2000, like 18 years later almost. So yeah, it came out in 92. Yeah, so 18 years later it eventually got ported to a couple home consoles. I think it got ported to iOS and Android as well, but from what I was reading in my research, I think those versions are no longer available. The characters you can play as in this game include, I'm just going to list them off. You have Wolverine, you have Cyclops, Storm, Dazzler, Nightcrawler, and Colossus. Let me make sure that's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Nightcrawler and Colossus, so 6 players total. The 6-player version of the cabinet does some interesting visual like trickery. According to my research, basically it's got a normal screen, like where you would normally see your screen, and then apparently below that it has another screen, and it kind of like reflects in a way to make it look like it's one big screen. Because the 6-player version of this game was just absolutely massive. If you were unfortunate enough to be playing on the very far left or very far right, it was a very tight like area to look at, because you're basically like looking at the screen from like a very weird angle. Because like I remember seeing this game, playing the 6-player version, like tagging people out basically, as like if it was at like, I think there was one at like an amusement park I was at, and some player left, another player just jumps in and joins it, and like you basically wait, you then jump in, you continue for that player, and so on. Like once they decide not to continue, you go in, you put your quarter or 50 cents or whatever it cost in there. But it was a very tight fit getting all 6 players around this machine. Like I said, the most common ones I saw were probably the 4-player version is what I mostly played on. I played on the 6-player version maybe just a couple times. But yeah, the screen did some cool, interesting like trickery to like make it look like it was one big screen when it really actually wasn't. Let me see here. One really cool thing with this game is each character has their own mutant power. Like Cyclops has his optic blast. Wolverine does a thing where he does like a huge slash with his claws. I think Storm creates like tornadoes. I don't remember what Colossus, Dazzler, or Nightcrawler did. I will probably try all the characters out when we get to the gameplay. But whenever you use a mutant power, since they're actually quite powerful, it takes away some of your health. So I think it takes away 3 points of health every time you use it. And if you don't have enough health left, you just can't use those abilities. But it's a very like risk versus reward kind of thing. Like you kind of have to strategically use your mutant power. So you're like, you don't want to use them on your basic just common enemies. Maybe once the screen gets like overwhelmed with enemies is a good time to use it, or against the bosses, that's a good time. But just using it up against a single enemy is probably a waste, because you are paying with your health to be able to use those abilities. So that's a kind of the cool little strategy thing there. I don't remember exactly how many levels are in the game, but I know like you start off and you just basically go through, clear off all the enemies, you fight some bosses, you then continue. What we're going to do now is we're going to get into our gameplay, and we're going to be experimenting probably with all the characters, at least play as each character at least once. And then the character I would play as mostly when I was playing this back in the days was either Wolverine or Cyclops, but we're going to give all the characters a shot here. So we're going to switch over to our emulator. We've got this loaded up, and then we'll be right back with that. All right, and we are now back in our X-Men arcade. Let's watch the attract mode really quick.
X-Men.
So there's our villains. Got Wolverine. There's a lot of characters there. One bit of my research I forgot to mention is apparently the art style in this game was based on the art style for, I think it was called Pride of the X-Men, which is a cartoon or a movie. So we're going to start with Wolverine.
In the 21st century, evil mutants led by Magneto aim to destroy the world. Humans can do nothing against the power of the evil mutant. The only hope is X-Men.
Go and save the city.
So you have your basic attack. You have a jump. So you can do a jump attack. Then you have your mutant power. I'll use that in a little bit because it's kind of wasteful to use it against very basic enemies. So we'll use our power now since the screen's getting a little more full. So he kind of does that huge slash. But right now, since I only have 1 health point left, or 3 left, I can no longer use it. So now we got defeated. We got Pyro, our first boss here. So I've been defeated. I have 1 life left. All right. Alright, so I think this is actually my last life with him, and then we'll switch up to a different character. Okay, gotta stay away from those flames. Oh, not enough life to do mutant power anymore. Alright, so let's continue. But we'll go with... I don't remember exactly what Dazzler's ability was. We'll use Dazzler, though. So it basically throws like a bomb kind of thing on the ground. Yeah, Dazzler usually uses sound as like her like mutant ability, but I don't really know how you visualize that in the game. So it's kind of like an AoE effect, it looks like. Alright, well, here we go. It looks like Wolverine actually gives you more lives unless I just got extra lives somehow. I missed that, completely whiffed it. There we go. Oh, bunch of rockets. Okay, that'll clear those out. Except for that one. Oh, man. Alright. Alright, we're out with Dazzler, but we're going to start over again. Let's do Nightcrawler here. That's kind of cool. Kind of like goes invisible and just like does like a direct line attack, it looks like.
Nothing moves the blob.
So we haven't done Cyclops yet. Let's go. I think Cyclops might have one of the more powerful abilities here. Alright, shot level's cleared.
Taken by Magneto. However, we had time to locate their base on Island M. Destroy it.
So I think we still have Colossus and Storm to try. Alright, let's go here. Colossus. So let me try that again, see what it actually does. Kind of like another AoE effect. Got some weird mutant insects there. Those gators are tough as they jump and have that like tail whip thing going for them. Continue as Colossus. There we go. Yeah, the Welcome to Die line, I forgot that it was in this game. I remember it being kind of cheesy, but let's fight whatever these things are. Alright, there we go, we beat that.
Go and rescue Kitty from the cave.
So Kitty Pryde's been kidnapped, it looks like. Whoa, what the heck? Alright, let's go try now. Got Storm, alright. So yeah, Storm just has like a tornado attack. It would have been cool if they gave her different abilities with like different weather effects, but... Nope, can't use that anymore. Seems like Colossus would have been a better choice for this particular little fight. Whatever that thing is, but... Let's go back with... Where's Wolverine? We'll do him again. All right, so we got. I think that was supposed to be maybe Silver Samurai, but I'm not sure. That's supposed to be like a sub-boss. We got this, whatever those things are, blow them up. Sorry, excuse me. Let's go over here. Gonna mess around with Dazzler a little bit more. That works there. Got some Sentinel, dropping off some, forget what those things were called, or who those characters were, but...
Juggernaut will flatten you.
We got Juggernaut, but it's weird that he's using a gun. I think that was supposed to be Juggernaut. I mean, I don't like the way that Juggernaut looks in that, basically.
Nice job. Magneto is over there. Follow me.
We got to deal with Magneto, it looks like. From what I remember, I don't know if that's Professor X. I think maybe that was Mystique in disguise. I could be mistaken. It's been a while since I played this, but... like, it's Mystique leading you into a trap, basically, or something like that. I totally missed that tornado. We're wrong direction, but... Whoa. Whole bunch of versions of Pyro here. I mean, the game kind of feels like the mutant powers are kind of cheap. Because you can basically just spam those attacks a lot.
Was planning to attack Earth from his asteroid base.
Alright, so we're on the asteroid now, but it feels like you can just kind of spam those and just do a lot of damage, but I think that's why they made it so there is that health penalty for doing that. I got these laser cannons again. They're kind of annoying, but there we go. Whoa. Oh man, alright. We got the blob again.
Cyclops.
No, basically, you look like you got like all of the bosses that you were dealing with earlier. Yeah, I guess I was wrong about the Mystique thing, but I thought I remember Mystique being in this game at some point. Maybe I just haven't encountered it yet. Yeah, there's Juggernaut again. So we're kind of fighting the gauntlet, it looks like.
Colossus. I am Magneto. You are nothing.
Okay, so there's Mystique, but that really...
Alas, that was Mystique, not Magneto. Magneto is in another place. Go, X-Men.
So I think now we actually have to deal with the actual Magneto.
Magneto, master of magnet. X-Chicken, you are dead. Dazzler. You are helpless against my... Kill you. You are dead. Come, X-Chicken. You are dead.
Just, you are dead. What a savage line. Alright. Let's go...
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler here.
You are helpless against my power. You are dead. You shall meet with my wrath. Kill. Wolverine.
So yeah, that was the actual Magneto. I remember Mystique being in the game in some regard, but... For some reason I thought it was Professor X was Magneto, or like when Professor X showed up, it was actually Magneto in disguise. Or not Magneto, Mystique in disguise. Game is not over yet. So we got the credits here. Alright, and I think that's going to do it for this episode. We tried out all the characters, tried out all their abilities, finished the game. I think my favorite characters so far are Wolverine, Cyclops, and probably, as far as their abilities go, Colossus, I think. Dazzler's ability was actually kind of cool, and so is Storm's, but that is going to do it for now. So remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back again in a few days, jumping into our fifth cycle of 1993. Really looking forward to that. But again, we'll be back in a few days, so thanks again for watching. Take care and have a good one. See ya.